Good morning, students. Today is Thursday. This is Thursday, April 23rd. This is your math lesson for lesson 12. Today, it says on here actually that it's dividing fractions, but that's a typo. It's actually, I can solve real-world problems by adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing fractions. And specifically, we're going to be using bar diagrams. And we said bar diagrams are something that's kind of difficult to conceptualize, but if you get really good at using these bar diagrams can be used all the way up through college and high school algebra. So they're really a useful strategy. So I'm glad we're going to practice that today. We're going to be using all of our mathematical thinking that we've been wrapping up on fractions. So I'm going to mark this off. We'll have our lesson today. You have just a few practice problems. If you'd like to go on and do some games, there's lots of fraction games on flashlearn.com, so you're welcome to go online and do those. You can also go to FunBrain. There's some good games on that one as well. Don't forget that you do need to finish up your Khan Academy for dividing fractions and multiplying fractions. I know a lot of you have just done your addition of fractions on there, so we're working on Khan Academy. And then you can just take your unit assessments. You don't have to do all the lessons unless you need a review. And then finally finishing your ERQs. And we started those last week. And I will put a video later on today that will help you kind of set up your ERQs. So if you've had any problems with one or two of them, you can use that video to help you set up your ERQs. And those are due as well. All right, so here we go. We're going to jump right in. You should be in your packet on page 777. All right, they're going to give us two model problems, and then we're going to jump into our guided practice. Learn the strategy. Yeheim, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'm not going to stress because I'm just going to say Jay. Jay visited an aquarium over the weekend and saw 35 species of fish. How many fish? 35 species. This was 1/5 the total number of species of fish. How many total, so that's what we're looking for, species of fish are in the aquarium. So what facts do you know? Yahim saw 35 species. This is 1/5 of the total amount of species. What do you need to find? So we're going to go to our question. How many total number of species of fish are in the aquarium? So you can solve this by setting up a tape diagram. And a tape diagram just looks like a tape, and it has things labeled like a diagram. So I know that he saw 35, and that was 1/5. So I need to figure out this part over here, my unknown. And I usually mark these with a question mark. That's what we're trying to find out, the whole amount of the tape. Well, to find it, I would need to put my numbers in each fifth of my tape diagram. So to solve it, I would use what operation? Multiplication, 35 times 5. All right, 5 times 5 equals, carry your 2, 5 times 3 equals, plus 2, 175. We're going to check our work with division to see if we're right. 175 divided by 5. 5 can't go into 1. 5 can go into 17. There are 3 groups of 5 and 17. How many groups of 5 and 25? 5. Was our answer reasonable? Yes. All right, let's try another one. Victor has $18 in his piggy bank. How much money? $18. He spends 2/3 of the money on a video game. How much? 2/3. And 1/6 on candy. How much money will Victor have left? All right, so what do we know? He has $18. What else do we know? 2/3 was on a video, and 1/6 was on candy. What are we trying to find out? And that's always where the question is. How much money does he have left? All right, and we know that our plan is going today to be to use a tape diagram. So I'm going to go ahead and make my tape. And this is all the money he had in the bank. So how much money did he have in the bank? $18. Now I need to find 2/3 of my money, because 2/3 of it is his video. Now I need to find 1/6 of it, and I may not get my pieces exactly right, but the key is that I have them labeled so I know what each one stands for. And I need to know what money he has left. So he spent this on a video, he spent this on candy, and this is my unknown. What does he have left? All right, so I need to figure out how much he spent total. How would I find this total amount? Well, hopefully you said add. Now we have a problem. What's our problem? Yeah, I can't add with unlike denominators. So I'm going to have to find an equivalent fraction so that I can add with the common denominator of 6. 3 times what is 6? If I do it to the denominator, I have to do it to the numerator. So how much did he spend in all? He spent 5/6 of his $18. So I need to know what 1/6 of 18 would be. Now let me write it out for you. I need 1/6 of 18. Do you remember what this of stands for? Multiply. If we have a whole number, we put it over 1. What's our strategy for multiplying fractions? Numerator times numerator. Denominator times denominator. A fraction problem is really division. 18 divided by 6 is 3. I guess this was their tape diagram. We just do our own. All right, now is this reasonable? So he spent 15 and he had 3 left. And we're looking pretty good. 1/6. All right, so this was our modeling. Let's go through and practice. And there are, in your guided and independent practice, there are 10 practice problems. We're going to go ahead and do the first 5 together. And if we need to pause and open up a second video, we will. Because this is like using all the learning we've done with fractions for the whole unit. It's been about 4 units. So adding, subtraction, subtracting fractions, adding and subtracting mixed numbers, multiplying fractions, multiplying mixed numbers, and dividing. Here we go. Mrs. Valles, Ms. B, purchased sand toys that were originally $20. She received 1/4 off of the total. Did you catch that key word there? 1/4 of the total. How much money did she save? So we're going to draw our tape diagram. This is the whole amount. How much were they originally? $20. And they took off 1/4. And she was left with what they paid. So I need to find out 1/4 of $20. What is 1/4 of 20? So if she got $5 off, how much did she end up actually spending? $20 minus 5 equals 15. All right, number 2. Sue has 4 DVDs. We need a unit. Word problems need a word. She has